21 Pilots are back with a brand new single called The Line. The twist on this one is much like a lot of other quite big artists at the moment. This one is part of the soundtrack to Arcane, the Netflix TV show based on League of Legends, which for those of you who don't know is a very, very, very popular video game that features basically no story. It's a very strange, the universe is definitely set and all that, but the actual game itself has no cutscenes. There's little bits of throwaway sort of dialogue here and there, but really, it's not that kind of game. But they made this TV show Arcane, which I personally was somewhat skeptical of initially. It was really, really good. They managed to take the universe of League of Legends and craft a soulful, clever, beautiful animated TV show out of it. And the first season did have a theme song written by Imagine Dragons, and say what you like about Imagine Dragons, imagine that I probably have, but they're quite a big get. That is definitely a big deal to have your theme song written by Imagine Dragons, and they have stepped it up this season. Obviously, to start with, we had Heavy as the Crown, the song from Linkin Park, which I didn't realise was going to be attached to Arcane as well, but I think it probably is. But I thought that was more to do as an advert to hype up a tournament or something like that, but it appears to be also part of Arcane, which is cool. Which is Linkin Park in their big comeback arc, and of course League of Legends somehow got their grubby little mitts in there. I also think there's a track in there by Stray Kids, the K-pop group, but I think that one's featuring Tom Morello, so the meeting of universes is quite bizarre. This is happening in a Netflix League of Legends TV show soundtrack, but hey, I'm here for it because I spent quite a large portion of my late teen years being quite obsessed with League of Legends. So it's kind of cool to see it reach into this weird cultural position it's got. But yeah, anyway, they have literally just released a music video for this. I was going to do a video just on the song, but luckily we've got the video just in time as I was about to start recording. Let's jump in and watch The Line. This is going to be Buki, I wonder. Okay.
My body's on the line.
It's live action. That's interesting.
I can't fight this time now. I can feel the light shine.
Is he?
On my face. Did I disappoint you? Will they still let me over?
Man, that falsetto is awesome. I'm assuming maybe it's going to kick up at some point later on in the video, but right now, the subtlety in his voice, being able to kind of reach that high and keep that emotion in there. And I know for a fact, based on other 21 Pilots songs, that he's quite a varied singer when it comes to his abilities. So stylistically, it's just another thing he's conquered, but it's very pure.
If I cross the line, take a seat, but
okay.
rather you not be here for.
That's such a 21 Pilots kind of trope that when the drums and the sort of a few more of the backing layers kick in, it really, I don't know, it changes the sort of feel of the rhythm a lot. The drum beats are never what you expect them to, and they make the songs quite unique. I don't know, if you just had that piano line for the entire thing, I do not think I would predict this is where the drums would go. But no, I think that's one of the things that makes them special, to be honest.
What could be my final form? Stay your pretty eyes on course. Keep the memories of who I was
here we go.
before.
Man, the way he's flipping up and down on that falsetto is just continuing to blow my mind. It's even more impressive to be able to kind of crest a vocal arc in terms of how high you're pitched, and sort of just grace that beautifully in and out of that falsetto for a second. Man, this guy's good at what he does. I was also waiting for this video to become a bit more League of Legends-y, and this is kind of where I was expecting it to go.
Stay with me because my body's on the line now. I can't fight.
Ah, is that Warwick?
Now. I can feel the light shine on my face.
Now this shot is confusing me, because initially I took it at face value that it was live action, but I was sitting there going, this looks a little bit weird. Is it generated? Is it AI? This transition into the different artistic style is making me wonder whether or not that suspicion was right. Why would they not I'm very confused.
Did I disappoint you? Will they still let me over?
There's Jinx and Vine, Vanda.
Honestly,
Yeah, is this real? I don't know.
I
Shit,
was
is that like a
fully
dead
prepared for the threshold in store.
I quite like the very, very muted drums in the background there. To hear the kind of like soldiers march, the sort of going on in the background, but it's very muted, which is quite rare for that particular sort of drum pattern, I'd have thought. But it really adds that kind of like slightly military vibe to it and kind of gives it a staccato nature, which is very counter to the piano lines and the vocal lines.
Stay your pretty eyes on course.
That's got to be live action, right?
Really face my fears before.
So I have no idea who any of these characters are. That looks like Silco, maybe.
Body's on the line now. Pull the blanket tight now. I can feel the light shine on my face.
Oh my god. That was fantastic. God, the production on this is so slick. The way that vocal kind of like started off with the same quite sort of like careful and wistful falsetto nature, and then a couple of layered backing vocals kicked in there at the same time as like a very, very subtly mixed kind of like synth I don't know, swirl, one could say, and it all just kind of blended together in a way where I almost questioned whether or not there was any other instruments going on, but it really elated that voice and took it from being quite sad a lot of the time in a sort of like minor, and for some reason that one thing, maybe there was a couple of chords in there that were more major that I wasn't listening for, but either way, it lifted up that one little transition so nicely. God damn, whoever their producer was did not get paid enough.
Disappoint you? Will they still let me over? If I
Warwick, no.
cross the line?
Okay. Oh, the layer building up.
Please don't let them see me.
God, this is escalated without me really noticing when. You know, like there's a lot of layers. That string line coming through over the top is definitely helping to give it this kind of like epic feel. The drums are also definitely being brought up in the mix a smidge just to have that like military, like, you know, sort of become more of a focal point of the song as it escalates. Those backing vocals, I think, are probably still there. I know they've done a very, very good job of like escalating these sort of like timbres without being unsubtle about it.
There's nothing left to try. I can feel the light shine on my face. Did I disappoint you? Will they still
It's got the Eminem treatment.
if I cross the line? If I
Oh, I like those falling backing vocals as well. They're like, I don't know if it was mirroring the exact lyrics. It sounded like it was kind of like a do I, whatever, going down. That's a really, really, again, it's subtle, but it's like nuanced. Every time they get to that point again, they mess with it in a different way, which like gives this like subconscious variation that's extremely difficult to pull off carefully.
If I cross
I
the
still can't tell if that's just him or not. Well, I assume that most of the people in the video, in the comment section for this, are going to know how they pulled that off. I can't tell whether or not I'm like gaslighting myself into not believing that the live action stuff is actually live action, or whether or not they did. I don't know. But the song was a masterpiece. god damn, I said that a lot of times already, but just the subtlety and the approach to timbres, the production value on that was crazy. Individual tweakings of the mix just to have those drums kind of like muted and EQ'd and flat in the background to start with, still giving it a sense of rigidity but definitely not leading over, and then suddenly as the vocals hit their climax, the rest of the stuff does as well, and the drums start get mixed up a little bit higher, they lose the tinniness, the strings come in just at the same moment. They've had this huge culmination of synth and voice that all met together. I don't know, that was fantastic. It's crazy to me that League of Legends is the thing that is spawning this music. I don't know why. I mean, it kind of goes to show where gaming sits now in the kind of cultural perception, because a lot of different celebrities and musicians and actors across various different disciplines are starting to crop up more in the video game universe than you would have thought about 10 years ago. I don't know. I mean, I can't remember. Someone's probably going to fact check me on this one, so I'm not going to say it with utter certainty, but I definitely heard that the gaming industry is bigger than the film and music industry combined. Don't know if that's true, but I don't know. I could believe it. I could believe it. So either way, it's interesting that they're kind of all kind of blurring together and this is the thing, but hey, it was great. The show's really good. I'm assuming that someone's going to get used in a really emotional scene or something like that. I don't recognize a lot of the characters, but I've also not played League of Legends seriously for a decade, so I don't know. Either way, I'm very curious what you guys think, and actually, League of Legends has had a history in releasing quite interesting musical counterparts to their stuff, regardless of TV show or celebrity fame. But there was a Jinx short video, and she got introduced, and a Mumu one, and the music for those was quite good. So, in the comments, if any of you know some of the best League of Legends music of anything, then let me know. What is it called? Was there a song called Lightbringer? I think that's a song as well, which I also liked. Either way, yes, let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.